Multiplying fractions. Well, multiplying fractions is actually quite simple. It's the simplest of all of the operations you can do with fractions. And honestly, you need to understand this in order to do any of the other operations. So that's why we're looking at this one first. Multiplying fractions. Well, as I said, it's quite simple. A fraction is made up of a numerator and a denominator. And so if we have two fractions multiplying, we would have two of them written. To multiply fractions, you do numerator times numerator, and that gives you your answer for your final numerator. You do denominator times denominator, and that gives you your final denominator. It's that simple. So for the example that we have here, we have 3 halves times 7 fourths. So to multiply this, we would do 3 times 7 to get our final numerator, and we would do 2 times 4 to get our final denominator. Well, what's 3 times 7? 3 times 7 is 21. And what's 2 times 4? 2 times 4 is 8. And yes, that is an improper fraction. You can change it to a mixed number if you would like. How many times does 8 go into 21? That's right. 2. And how much would have been left over if we were to do 2 times 8? Oh, that's right. There would be 5 left over. So this would be 5 eighths. So either of these answers would be acceptable. But this one is good enough unless otherwise specified. So that is how you multiply fractions. There's one other thing that I want to show you here. Because I don't like when people say that the number I'm going to write on the board is not a fraction. And it's one you will come to love or probably already have. The number 1. So let's say I wanted to know what is 1 times 3 halves. Well, 1's not a fraction. Yeah, 1 is. A fraction by definition, a fraction is any number where you have a numerator over a denominator. That's it. So we have a whole number numerator over a whole number denominator, or actually should say integer. You have a fraction. That's it. But this isn't over anything. Sure it is. Remember, fraction is nothing but a division problem. What number can you divide by and it stays the same? I can divide by 1. So really this is asking what's 1 times 3 over 1 times 2. Which makes sense because what happens when you multiply anything times 1? It stays the same. So in this instance, we got 3 halves because we did 1 times 3 halves. The answer would be 3 halves. Okay, well, I get what you're saying there. But what if it wasn't the number 1? What if it was a different whole number or a different integer? Let's say instead it was something like the number -7. Ooh. Okay, you got me there. That's a little more difficult. Oh, wait. No, it's not. This is still 7 over 1. So we just want to know what is -7 times 3 over 1 times 2. Well, -7 times 3. Remember, actually, side note, when you did order of operations, remember I said you had to do numerator stuff first and denominator stuff first? You see how it's used here still? All right, so -7 times 3, -21. 1 times 2 gives us 2. So -7 times 3 halves would be -21 seconds. And you can change that to a mixed number if you would like. 2 goes into 21, or -21, -10 times, and there's 1 left over. All right, there we go. That is multiplying fractions. Used in every other operation that you can do with fractions, and it's quite simple. See you soon.